On this week's episode of Viewer Takeover, we're going to talk about PlayStation VR games, because that's what we love to do, is talk about that stuff.
Yeah, VR.
We're also going to talk about the music that we love to listen to while gaming.
Nice.
Yeah, I know, surprise.
Yeah.
And then also, should we really not buy crappy games? The answer seems self-explanatory.
I mean, really.
Stay tuned.
Think.
It's Viewer Takeover. I don't know. I really feel like we're getting better at this. Strangely enough. Alright. So every week on Viewer Takeover... Let's try this again. I'm Brian, that's Jeremy, and this is Michelle, and this is when we let you, the loyal game cats...
Yep.
let you take over the show. I'm a mute kitty.
Yes, a mute kitty. Oh, the poor thing. Oh, it tries.
It tries so hard.
Oh.
Tries so hard. So what happens... Why am I singing every week?
Every week, it's all the time. It's delightful.
Right?
Yes.
Right. So this is when we let you, the loyal game cats, take over the show. What you do, all you have to do is leave an awesome comment somewhere on the channel, below one of our videos. But more specifically, it helps if it's below this video. That way it's easy to find.
Yeah.
And then we pick our favorite, or I pick our favorite questions and comments, and then we discuss your comments on the show. Yeah. It's all about you. It's your time.
Yeah.
Your time down here.
Your time
down
shine.
here. It's our time. It's our time down here.
I love you guys. The
Up
Goonies
there,
reference.
it's their time.
Yeah.
It's their time. Oh, I can't
Okay,
stop.
we got it.
He did go on, actually. Mikey did go on.
This is my wish. I'm taking it back.
Mouth.
Okay.
I quit.
So Black and White Gaming commented on Viewer Takeover. Wrote, "You guys are awesome. Really enjoyable show. Looking forward to seeing more." Black and White Gaming, I met them at work. I was waiting on a table. We talked about video games. Yeah.
Nice.
What's up, guys?
Another local VR YouTube channel. I think they focus more on HTC Vive. We'll give them a shout out because it's not actual competition. But they're super nice. And I checked out some of their videos, and they're a really cool channel. So if you want to see more VR content, and they have really cool personalities. Like, they're fun to watch when they play games. Unlike me when I play a game. So check out Black and White Gaming on YouTube. They're very cool.
Nice.
I like cool people.
Yeah, and to find other cool people that
douchebags.
Right. Yeah. It's like when
It's just so funny. It's like it's local, right there.
It's awesome because I always used to say Worcester's got nothing going on for it, and then somebody was like, "Well, it's got an okay music scene," and then my friends and we all started bands, and we helped create the Worcester music scene, and now here is like the YouTube Worcester scene. It's you don't like the community somewhere that you live, create it.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Bless and again.
That's me.
Hachi.
Just twice.
Okay.
Blesses.
We get some awesome comments on our. Do you know how many people have seen our PlayStation VR top 10 list?
Oh my god, it's insane.
Are they still watching?
14,000 people have watched this. It's only a couple weeks old.
Wow.
Jack Ferguson wrote on the top 10 PlayStation VR list, "I liked and subbed, and my friend bought 2 or 3 of these games just because of your video. Keep up the good work, and thank you."
Sweet.
Awesome.
Right?
Wow.
We're influential.
We're doing it.
Why are you trusting us? Right?
Fools.
And actually, the only reason I added that, other than to say, good job us, is because I have an upcoming video. We all have upcoming videos that are going to be very different for the channel, and it's basically our time to talk one-on-one with you guys, the Game Cats. And my first topic is going to be about PlayStation VR games and what it's like to review PlayStation VR games from kind of an outsider perspective. We're not in the industry. We're not game journalists. We don't work for IGN or any of the big sites. We are just gamers doing this in a spare bedroom. It's not really a spare bedroom. It's my only bedroom. It's no bed to be found.
Sleeps on the toilet.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
After a long night of drinking. Those were the days. So look forward to those videos, and also guys, just thank you so much for watching and trusting our opinions
Much appreciated.
on things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very cool.
Kamikaze Taco.
Nice.
What a fantastic name.
I
That is
like
a good
that.
one.
Right? Actually, you know what? I'm taking all the spotlight here. You want to read what Kamikaze Taco wrote?
Sure.
Also on the top 10 VR
Kamikaze
list.
Taco. PSVR top 10 list. I lost my spot. I feel like it's too early for favorite games. A lot of what's out is basically glorified tech demos.
Yeah.
All right.
Very much.
You agree with that statement?
I do.
I do not agree with that statement. I don't know.
You are
still
so
have-
upset right now.
No. I mean, how can you say that you can't have favorite games or not? Even if there's limited amount of games out right now, you can still have your favorites.
Well, you can have favorites, but I do think that a lot of them are glorified. The majority are glorified tech demos.
Okay.
Like, because Resident Evil is definitely from the ground up. It's incredible in VR, you know?
Yeah.
So that blows all of them away. Dirt, I haven't
does.
tried it yet, but you said
Blow
the
'em all
entire
out of the water.
campaign.
Yeah.
See, those are like full campaign games.
Yeah, you can
Right.
borrow it if you want to. I think just
Right.
take it.
Well, the cool thing about
Thank
our
you.
top 10 list, too, is it's going to be constantly changing.
Yeah.
So whatever comes out, we'll let you know how we
Yep.
feel about that one, too.
Yeah, we
Yep.
really want to make an effort to do one every 3 months because I feel like that's the right amount of time where you get a solid amount of new releases, and
Yeah.
then we get to like kind of reevaluate what you think of the entire catalog as a whole.
Yeah.
Right.
Do I think it's too early for favorite games? Maybe, but when you look at the list of available PlayStation VR games, 70, 80 games out right now.
Right.
So if you just bought PlayStation VR today or yesterday,
You want to
Yeah.
know what to buy.
right? Do you really want to go through 70 or 80 reviews to try to figure it out? No, watch a top 10 list.
Yeah.
And,
Boom, done.
and we're here to help you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's too early to say this is my favorite, but at least we can help out new PlayStation VR owners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Guys, I have very important news. You ready for this?
Yes.
Ben Duong is alive,
Yeah.
and he commented on our...
You're still watching.
Yep.
Yes.
He's
That's fantastic
I
news.
saw that. Yeah.
super thrilled that you're still with us, buddy.
Yeah.
Despite all of the evidence to the contrary. So I think he's playing catch up because he actually wrote on the "Should you buy a PlayStation VR" viewer takeover from like 2 weeks
wow.
ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
He basically said, just saying, you can do VR with a PC for $550, and Oculus games come with everything for Oculus comes with everything for $600. PlayStation VR itself is $500 if you get the whole bundle with the Move controllers and camera, with some lesser quality things. But then on PC, you can play a game like GTA 5 in VR or a game like Onward. And there are really cool things on PC, like amazing sales, no online pay, a higher frame rate, and blah, blah, blah. That's what he said. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
So it really has its upsides. You also don't have to upgrade a lot. That's what he said. I love the other perspective because we have PlayStation VR units. Mm-hmm. We're not PC gamers.
Yeah.
We don't have the Oculus Rift or the HTC Vive like Black and White Gaming does. We're coming from a very specific standpoint.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you guys have PCs and apparently according to Ben it doesn't have to be an amazing PC, there are other ways to do VR. You don't have to buy a PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Which is great to know.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was a PC gamer, the majority, and I switched over more, I would say, last quarter of 360 time until all the way to the PS4 and Xbox One, because I'm getting lazy, and I don't want to upgrade all the time, and keeping up with the video cards and all that shit. But I definitely do agree that it's probably far superior, there's no doubt about it, you know, and probably less expensive overall, but you could, I don't know, that initial cost to build a PC powerful enough.
He's saying you can build a PC that could do VR for $550. I think that's kind of on the cheap side.
That is
but
very on the cheap. you
but
know?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
I can't say for
I don't know
sure
what
or
the
not.
tech requirements are for that.
Yep.
So I actually trust Ben Duong. I feel like he probably knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I
It's
love
interesting overall. Yeah.
absolutely.
Right.
I love the whole. I've already got a PlayStation 4. I already put the money into that, and now I get to sit back on my couch
Yeah.
and use the VR. There's no room
Or
behind the
sometimes
camera
stand.
there for. What's that?
I said, or sometimes stand.
Sometimes
the VR.
stand. Only when I absolutely have to.
Right.
I hate standing. Coco the Poop Dog.
Poop dog.
Hey, Coco.
Hey.
Coco the Poop Dog wrote on the Brian is a kind of funny best friend viewer takeover episode. He wrote, "Here's my new question. What do you guys listen to when you are playing a non-story driven game? I know some games won't work at all with outside soundtrack as you have to listen to dialogue or audible clues. But for all the rest, what do you like to relax to for some PvP or a puzzler?" He says, "I'm a 100% metal all the time. Lately I've been playing Chorix, the new real-time strategy tower defense game for PSVR, while listening to Belphegor." Are you familiar with this band?
Nope.
No.
No.
No, I'm not.
Belphegor. Like the track. Yeah, you want to try this one?
Diaboli, Virtus in lumbar est.
It really gets
Greek.
me in the mood for kicking ass, he says.
Sweet.
Yeah, obviously, I don't think...
Or, I mean, Latin, right?
I mean, metal
It's
metal
Latin,
music's
yeah.
always great to listen to when gaming.
Diaboli Virtus in
Yeah.
lumbar est. Yeah, I'm guessing. What kind of music do you guys listen to when you play video games?
Mainly classic rock for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was one time I went over to your place, and you were playing a game, and you had, like, the music turned up. And, like, there was, like, incense sticks burning, and, like, there was
typically do that.
this whole thing happening.
Oh, I
Yeah.
have, like, this. Yeah, I like, I turn all the lights off, I light some candles, I have incense burning, and then I turn on my music,
Dude with
like,
B.O.
all the way up.
playing the bongos. No, I'm just kidding.
It was like
Those are my friends in the background,
Yeah.
actually, yeah.
it was like a video game ritual or something. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was literally like, there is too much going on around me to like be able to pay attention to this video game.
See, that makes me comfy, though. That's,
Yeah.
like, that's my little, like, my zone right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my spot.
So
Yeah.
I
Sometimes I got the Cheez-Its on the ground here and the blanket. Like,
Cheez-Its I can get behind.
Right?
Absolutely. For me, it's like the lights are always off.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like the one focus is the TV.
The TV, yeah.
And for music, I mean, I can tell you what kind of music I listen to, but even like when I'm just like running around Horizon grinding or just doing anything like that, it's usually the game soundtrack. And I really enjoy that, even if it's just mindless.
You know, I haven't been listening to any music with Horizon at all.
No.
Just strictly have the TV turned up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it does depend on the game. Really
Yeah.
does.
I'm with Brian on this. Doesn't even matter if it's Mario Kart. I'm listening to the soundtrack. I just
Yeah.
play. Yeah. It doesn't matter how many times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's...
I do both sometimes too. Let it play and listen to some music.
Yeah.
I do remember when I was playing. For some reason, I can only picture this in college. When I had a single in college, in my college dorm, I used to it was PS1, late PS1 era days. So I was
Yeah.
playing a lot of like SquareSoft RPGs.
Yeah,
On PlayStation 1, there's Xenogears
Yeah.
and Chrono Cross.
Chrono Cross.
Right?
Yeah.
All sorts of great single player stuff.
Yep.
And you do have to grind a lot in those games.
Grandia.
But I was also
Yeah.
And I was a huge alcoholic too. So yeah, I'd have like the beers or the vodka out, and like I would have the music blaring, and and in those days it was Bob Dylan. So I mean, music blaring is like
So
weird,
Yeah.
weird, yeah. But
Not
it was
too bad for the neighbors.
I do love Bob Dylan. Josh Ritter has definitely been a favorite of mine for years now.
I can't stop listening to Josh Ritter.
He's phenomenal. I actually
Can't.
just signed up for Apple Music today. You guys familiar with Apple Music?
I've heard the title.
You never have to buy another album again. $10 a month.
I mean,
First 3 months free.
Pandora music, kind of too.
Pandora and
Those-
Spotify and all those.
They don't have the cat.
They don't seem to have the catalog that Apple Music
Apple, they
does.
must,
Yeah.
they
This
put
is
on
amazing.
everything.
Really?
$10 a month, and it's basically the entire iTunes catalog,
Yeah. And then some.
quote unquote, free, whenever you want. And the first 3 months are free. I signed up today, and I listened to all of these albums
Yeah.
while I was setting up at work.
Oh.
Because that I couldn't get on Amazon or Spotify because those albums just don't exist there for whatever reason.
Really?
There's so
Maybe
many albums
Apple
that are
owns the
missing on
rights.
there.
They just
Right?
capture.
Something. So we're not being sponsored to say this, but Apple Music for $10 a month, I'm never buying an album again. This is
Well,
fantastic.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
look into that.
So
I
yeah,
can get
Josh
down with
Ritter,
that.
Bright Eyes, The Academy
Love
is we
Bright
talk about
Eyes,
all the
yeah.
time. Yeah, good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
We share a lot of similar music tastes.
Absolutely.
And
yeah.
then we definitely don't as well. So.
Yeah, I'm a '90s grunge kid. I loved Nirvana and Soundgarden, Pearl
Yeah.
Jam,
Soundgarden.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we haven't had a chance to even talk over us.
No, that's all right. Music that I listen to. I like Mac DeMarco. I don't know if you guys have heard of him.
Not.
No.
Le Loop, which you heard briefly. I like them, but you
I did,
you
yeah.
heard a version of them that's very much not like they normally are.
Okay.
Father John Misty, obviously. Faith No More, fucking fantastic. I've loved
I
them
don't know
forever.
anybody you're saying right
You don't
now.
have faith
No.
no more?
Oh, they're classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
Oh,
late 80s
classic
into
for
the early
us.
90s, mid 90s.
I could totally understand somebody younger than us not knowing.
Yeah,
Faith
that's
No More.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, shit like that.
Comment below.
Yeah.
Do you
Fleet
know?
Foxes, love them.
Fleet Foxes
Oh, I
are
love,
great.
I love
Yeah.
them too.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
high five.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I have their record
go.
actually.
I've got them all.
High five.
I
No.
yeah.
Fleet
And then,
Foxes
yeah.
are great.
Yeah.
Oh, Neutral Milk Hotel. I love them too.
Every time I pick up my guitar, I think I play Two-Headed Boy.
I've heard
Yeah.
one or two of their songs, I think.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
highly recommend them.
Chicano Batman, you ever hear them? They're pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah.
sounds horribly racist.
No, they're all Mexican.
Okay,
Yeah. So it's not racist.
Okay.
sure.
No, really.
That went off topic slightly.
They're good. Go on.
That's it.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
Number 3.
Yeah, I don't know how long this episode's gone, but hey,
Yeah, it seems it's going strong.
who knows? Maybe this will be bonus footage. But I do have one more thing to talk about.
Sure.
And I think it was the major topic of this week.
Right.
So this was a long conversation that went on. It turned ugly. I don't like fighting,
Shit.
guys, on the comments. Try to be nice to each other. But I did step in eventually and was like, stop fighting.
I missed this. Where was this?
On our Unearthing Mars PlayStation VR review.
Yeah.
Now, Unearthing Mars is a game that was on the cheap side. I think it was $11.99 when it came out.
Yep.
So it was priced accordingly for what it was. It wasn't very long. It was only about an hour and a half, I think, maximum. It had all sorts of wide gameplay variety. But anytime you moved around in the game, it was by teleportation based, right?
Yeah.
Turning was click turning. We hate all this crap, right? So Jeff Wolf wrote, "Teleport for movement? No thanks." Without Parole Games, that's me. I wrote, "I agreed. I really hope teleporting and click turning become options instead of defaults."
Yep.
Red wrote, "Works with a cheap and harmless game like Cat Lateral Damage, but a game like this that tries to immerse you in its world, that just kills the immersion."
Yep.
Alfman3 replied, People complain. I played it, I loved it. The history, the experience was great. For $11.99, please, stop complaining and just enjoy." Eddie023 wrote, "Yeah, and people like you," I think he was referring to Alfman, "people like you are the cause that developers will keep creating..." It must be this one. "Keep creating these short, little, cheap games."
There it is.
Alfman3 wrote, "There is people like..." Okay, I know that not all of you have English as a first language, so I'm trying to work with you here. "There are people like me that have something and really enjoy what we have. I'm also really happy with my PlayStation VR, and I really enjoy all the games. And just like people like you who only talk
Only
shit."
say shit.
Yeah. Eddie023 wrote in response, now in proper English so we can all understand what you're typing.
Oh,
Pukistan
Wow.
chimed in and wrote in intentionally broken English,
Yeah.
internet language almost, "What the fuck, mates? Played the games and has funs."
right?
Without Parole Games wrote, doesn't matter what I wrote. Here's the thing.
No more fighting in the comments.
Try to stop fighting in the comments, but I do appreciate that there's a back and forth conversation. It
Yeah.
just got ugly at the end. But the question that this raises, Unearthing Mars is an $11.99 game. It's
Yeah.
Right.
cheap. You can.
That
It's
is
cheaper
cheap.
than going
You
to
said
see a
like
movie.
An hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But an hour
So
and a half.
it's like going to see a movie.
I wouldn't, but go on. That's just me.
Okay,
You know?
but it's a cheap game,
Yeah.
cheaper game,
Yeah.
and it has cheaper properties associated with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Click turning, teleportation, kind of a garbled story, and maybe feels a little disjointed.
Yeah.
I experienced the click turning in Resident Evil, and that was just awful.
Yeah.
I hated it.
I did in the demo for a
But
second.
it was an option there.
But it
Here
was
They
an option,
Lie
and then
as
once I
well.
realized
That's what
it was
we
an
like.
option, and you fixed it for me,
Yeah.
'cause
Here
I
They
was like,
Lie,
what are
I
you
think was
doing?
the other one, right?
Here They Lie had an option for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could turn that off, which I even said in the review.
They
Turn
have
it
the
off.
option. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine with that.
So the question is, for a cheap game like this,
Yeah.
from a developer who is, out there making games for the console or the system that we want them to make games for,
Yeah.
do we vote with our wallets like I did with Ukulele and say, this looks like crap, don't buy it?
Yeah.
Or do we buy it anyway and support them?
No, I'd say by the wallet, use your judgment. Don't just support them and throw the money. If it looks like garbage, save your money.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion, you know?
Yeah. But then that whole fight would end up being, we need them to keep making games regardless, no?
Well, so here's the thing. Here's what I think.
Yep.
What I think is, if you have limited resources, if you don't have enough money to buy every game that comes out, no one does.
No.
Don't do it.
No, yeah.
Right? Save your money for the Resident Evil 7s and the
Yeah, oh,
Dirt
obviously.
Rally and the
All
really
the good
games.
stuff that you're wicked excited about. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, really.
And if you have disposable income and you don't mind spending, if you know, I mean, come on, I review these games for you guys for the most part. You kind of know what you're getting in for before you buy it.
Yeah.
Right? So if you don't mind spending $12 on a bad movie, like I'll go see a movie for $12 as long as it's, it's short.
It's entertaining-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, know what you're in for. And my thing is, I even said this in the comments, even if I wasn't reviewing these games for the channel, I would still buy them. Because these developers are making games that maybe aren't the best for a very niche market.
Yeah.
Right? Only 1 million PlayStation VR units are out there. We need to support the developers as much as we can so that they'll make another game. And maybe they'll listen to the comments and the criticisms in the reviews.
Right. Be
Me
like, all
reviewing
right,
and you guys in the
they
comments.
don't like this one, so let's change it. Let's do a little of this instead.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like, we made a few $1 million off of this game, but no one liked the click turning. No one liked the teleportation. Well, let's focus on our next game not having that.
Yeah.
Right? So, I get it. Vote with your wallet. Don't spend money on things you don't like. But at the same time, if you have disposable income and you don't mind a subpar game, like, we're the early adopters. We're the people who spent $400 on unproven technology. Yeah. We're gonna propel this medium forward.
Yeah.
I think it's verbatim what I said in the comments. So if you have the money and you don't mind the subpar experience, this might be the exception to the rule. We need PlayStation VR to succeed. We need Oculus to succeed. We need all these developers to keep making games.
Yeah.
This might be the exception.
Well, I think if it's one you like and you like the story behind it, but it's not going to be perfect, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wouldn't buy it just because it's like I would never play that, but I'm going to buy it to support them.
Yeah.
If you're never going to play it, I mean,
Yeah.
I only buy games to play games
But I mean,
personally.
if
So
it's not perfect, I'd still be like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as long as you're okay with the knowledge that it's not a great game,
yeah.
It's gonna be slightly shitty.
It's amazing that you can have 80 games out for PlayStation VR, and I'm still desperate for more content. I'm still desperate for more experiences.
You've probably played 74 of them.
But you also already
I
know
think I
going
played
in
all
that
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you played. Yeah, I actually believe that.
I would almost
I don't
believe
think I
that.
haven't missed a single game yet.
They're not all going to be perfect though.
No.
They're not all going to be awesome.
No.
And some shitty games are still fun,
They are.
regardless.
Yes.
Yeah.
Knack.
If you're the kind of nope, Knack wasn't even fun.
I didn't play it.
If it was in VR, I would have played. I would have
That
played it
probably would be
twice.
fun.
Yeah. I did beat that game. I wanted to platinum it.
Oh, did you?
Oh god, it was the worst 12 hours of my life.
I'm not going to get the second one.
You are.
If it gets good reviews, I'll give it another shot because there were.
I'm going to
Good
wait till
idea.
Brian
Good
buys
points.
it, and then I'm going to get it.
I was gonna take mine.
Yeah. That's true.
Sony, please send me Knack 2 so I don't have to buy it
Verified.
for her.
Yeah, really.
Thanks.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Another
guys.
week is over.
Yep.
We have hopefully entertained the Game Cats for another week.
17 hours. Yeah, that was a long one.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
clapping for ourselves.
We're
Fantastic. We'll see
Michelle
you
did
guys.
the sparkles. I felt like
Oh, no.
clapping.
Sparkles. I'm never getting this edited. Listen,
I'm going to get some confetti. in
Spraying
this.
right out of your wrists.
Oh, you would hate me
I
for
will.
life.
Yeah, just the thought of it makes me hate you.
Confetti like the congratulations text.
No. No. Yes.
Poppers?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that'd
No.
be great,
This place is
Brian.
messy enough. I need to get somebody to clean it.
Yeah.
I think I might have. Listen, here's the deal. You want your comments read? You want your questions and comments and concerns all addressed here on Viewer Takeover? Leave a comment down below, and
Ching.
maybe we'll talk about your comment next
Served
week.
it like a tray.
Every week. Without
Sorry.
fail.
I'm clumsy.
I'm Brian. That's Jeremy. This is Michelle, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Oh, hey, you're back.
I'm back.
And better than ever.
And better than
The
ever.
new improved Jeremy King.
Viewer takeover.
Boo-doo-doo.
Ba-da-boom, boom, boom.
All right, let's see. PSVR, as always.
No,
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Down, kitty.
I'm starting to like it.
I'm continuing not to, strangely enough.
It's starting to remind me of around the Christmas time that
That
You know.
everything
That
smells
your
bad.
VR
cousin
and
died
Resident Evil
and
came out.
what?
Is that-
Like,
yeah.
in a house.
like
horribly.
where were you going with that?
During the holidays when everything smells bad.
you.
No, it smells
It
Christmas.
You want to
Yeah,
hit off
that.
of
It
this?
smells like, put out fireplace.
That's
doesn't it?
All right.
yeah, maybe with the dead rat that's also in there.
Well, if it helped it keep lit. I don't know.
Help it keep
Number
Number 1.
three.